Musical action-based games have always been around throughout my childhood. Games ranging from Rappa to DDR have always caught my eye in the upcoming years. There's just something about having to keep a continual pattern or rhythm that just makes me love these games that much more. The more I got into PC gaming, the more I realized how abundant this market actually is. Games like Osu, 140, Geometry Dash, and Audio Surf naturally attracted me in my early gaming. But there's one game that actually caught my eye. This one game is my top second played game on Steam, and quite easily it's my favorite music-based game. That game, of course, is Crypt of the Necrodancer. Fast-paced gameplay, die and learn for next time, roguelike dungeon crawler, super good music for me to vibe to, and escalating difficulty with a nice learning pace. It rewards all over you for good play, and craps all over you for being bad. This game has tackled an itch I've had for this genre for a very long time. But the thing is, it's not just rhythm-based. It's got multiple elements in it that makes it a wonderful game. Crypt of the Necrodancer is a roguelike dungeon crawler, and by all stretch of the imagination, it certainly combines those two into a perfect mix of gaming. You start off in Zone 1, Dungeon 1, with a shovel, a dagger, and one bomb. As you go through the dungeon, much like Spelunky, you're subjected to a dungeon with randomized settings and an even amount of enemy creatures for you to amass further. Your goal is simple: defeat the mini-boss, and go to the stairs to enter the next stage. Along the way, you fight enemies, pick up gold, and find chests that you can open to upgrade your items. As you dive deeper into this realm, you'll come across monsters with different patterns. The majority of them do, at least. Some of them just like to hop, and wait, and then hop. But anyway, there's two things to watch out for in these levels. One is the shop, which, a lot like Spelunky, you can purchase upgrades using the gold that you find on drops. It can range from a different weapon, or armor, or even bombs for you to blow up your enemy, or create new passageways, as well as find new food for you to restore your health. The second thing to look out for are portals, which brings you to other shops pretty much. They always have more rare items inside, and almost always has something you can use. The catch with these are, however, is you can only get inside by digging, which you use your shovel for. However, if your shovel isn't strong enough to get past a certain wall, you'll either have to blow it up, or find an upgrade to your shovel somehow. Now, before you think this game is boring already, let me introduce you to the most awesome part about this game yet: its rhythmic system. For most roguelike genre test your reactions by subtly amassing more enemies for you to deal with, Crypt of the Necrodancer takes it a bit farther with the move to the beat system. In order for you to move, you have to keep up with the rhythm of the music itself, which, by the way, each level has its own song and it's pretty awesome. Also, while doing so, you have to try to avoid enemies and kill them in order for you to end the level. Thankfully, they also have to move to the beat. As I had stated before, these creatures move in certain patterns. Some will pursue you after every beat, and others will pursue after every other beat. And others, well, some of them just sit there, bouncing in one spot. But I guess that's cool, right? Each mini-boss has their own unique way of moving in gimps, along with higher health. It's your job to prioritize your way of moving to the beat and defeating the monster in order for you to defeat the mini-boss and go on to the next level. Once you make it through 3 levels without dying, which, by the way, it's permadeath, so if you can't make it through 3 levels without dying, you'll be subjected back to the first level. You'll make it to one of the bosses for the zone. Now, the boss you fight varies, but each boss has its own level, and a cool gimmick in order for you to fight. Let's take King Konga for example. He's an ape king that sends a zombie Konga army after you to defeat you. The cool thing about his level is, the music resembles a conga, causing you to have to stop after every 8th beat. If you don't, the king's gonna come after you, and he will get you. Trust me. With 3 levels in each zone, and 4 zones in total, you'd think that this game wouldn't last you very long to beat. But, you're so very wrong. Not only is this game very incredibly difficult to start, there's a feature that almost completely changes the way you play the game. That, of course, is different characters. These different characters add gimmicks to the way you play, adding in things like the monk. He's not allowed to pick up gold. Not only that, but he gets anything he wants from the shop for free. Well, that's awesome and all, but you really can't touch gold. Like, at all. Killed a monster that just blocked your path? Well, can't go that way anymore. Accidentally stepped on gold after not paying attention? Well, you're dead. Someone died on the exit and now there's gold there? Yeah, better luck next time. Unless you have a bomb. He's not the only gimp though. There's unlockable characters that can only kill people that are nearby, characters that can only confuse enemies instead of kill them, ones that have to move twice as fast, and trust me, there's a very unique cast of characters for you to learn how to use before you can beat the game. Did I mention that some characters actually can change the soundtrack to the game? The in-game music that you listen to is completely redone once you unlock new characters. Or at least some of them. The first time I heard this, it blew my mind. It was so awesome. The music that you just beat the game with was completely remixed in every single way. It's awesome. On every single level, all of them are completely remixed. It was like I was playing a completely different game entirely. It was actually pretty amazing. Now, here's why I really love this game above hundreds that I can choose from. Aside from having this music-based game that's incredibly difficult, what I really love about this is that it throws you into a new environment. It makes you gradually learn things that makes playing things more difficult, but at the same time, makes the last thing that you just did that much more easy. Then, once you make it up to the higher levels, you can look back at yourself and say, wow, I really struggle with that. Another thing is, it's fair. If you suck at this game, it's not going to be because they threw a curveball out of nowhere. It's because you screwed up, and you died. The developers certainly did a good job in keeping this in the game. So, this game can be great in difficulty and balance, but it does have some frame rate issues. Sometimes you'll be playing the game and it'll spike your frames per second down to 15 or 10. It'll definitely throw off your balance. This isn't too bad since it happens pretty rarely, but it's probably not something you want to encounter too often. But it kinda sucks when it does happen. There's no warning or anything and your beat is thrown off. A redeeming quality is you can replace the in-game music with your own. Sometimes you feel like vibing out to your own great song, you can just place it into the game itself, and that makes things so much more cool. I especially like doing this when I'm done playing around with speedrun mode. Unfortunately, some songs don't work as well in-game as the others do, and it's rather unfortunate when you find the perfect song and it doesn't even fit in the game. However, it does make things that much more cool when you bring in a new song and it works out perfectly. So, what do you think of the game? Do you think it's cool? Do you think you'll give it a try, or do you think it's not worth it? Or have you already tried the game for yourself? Well, in that case, leave a comment down below on what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.